So today I'm going to be taking you through how I achieved this eye makeup look using our brand new mascara, Lash Innovation. So my base is already completed. I'm now going to start to work on my eyes for this tutorial to really pull focus to the mascara. So I'm going to work first of all with the V6 palette. Now this is one of my favourites when I'm trying to create quite soft yet defined eye makeup. Now because I'm going to be really working with a graphic eyeliner and building on that stunning mascara that we're going to be focusing on today, I don't want to do anything overpowering, so I'm going to use this palette just to shade and add a little bit of definition to my eyes. So as you can see here, there is a vast selection of shades. You have shimmers, you have mattes, and I'm going to just really kind of focus here on these two brown shades, which are just going to add a little bit of definition, and then we're going to work on top with our adding features. So I'm going to work first of all with a very soft blending brush for eyes, this one here. The article number for this brush is 8910 and it's from the Blue Masters range. Whenever I do something that needs to be diffused, very soft, I always go for a slightly larger brush because you're not going to get too much of a defined application of product. It's going to be really light and subtle. So I'm going to go into, first of all, the lightest brown, which is this one here, which is TV brown. And I'm just going to sweep this over the eyes and just kind of really pull focus into that natural crease that I have from my brow bone. So I'm already working on top of a base that's down. So I have a little bit of eyeshadow primer already applied just to act as an adherence to the eyeshadow, just so that I can build it to the strength that I like. And it's also going to stop any creasing throughout the day. So now that I've got my shading down, which is just giving me a little bit more hint of colour, slight definition, I am going to define and just carve out a little bit stronger onto the socket of my eye. And I'm going to use the brush 8906, again from the Blue Masters range, and this time it's definitely a lot more denser, and this is going to give me a direct application of where I need it without splaying over other areas of my eye that I don't need. So I'm just going to dip in now to this really gorgeous dark brown from the V6 palette. And really just kind of start to work and blend that into the natural crease of my eye. So to complement the mascara, I'm going to be pairing it with a graphic winged liner. I feel like it's a classic, you can't really go wrong. So I'm going to go on with the black liquid liner. It's fantastic for quick, easy application. Comes with a beautiful self-use brush and it gives you the results really nice and quickly. So I'm going to just use enough to coat the brush, but you don't want it too fully loaded because then you will struggle with obviously getting the right amount of application. So I'm going to work first of all with my eyes open, looking forward, and I'm just going to place where I want the wing to sit. I think it's like the most important part of a winged liner. If you end up having the eyes looking down or not straight, you do run the risk of it dropping and being too low, which isn't as attractive on the eye. It ends up making the eye look very kind of sad and withdrawn. So I always tend to put my placement in first, just so it acts as a guide for me. It's going to help with symmetry and balance if you can do this step first of all. And I am over exaggerating. I am going to go for a slightly larger wing. I feel like, why not? We can definitely use this as our focus feature along to accompany the mascara. So now I've got my starting points on. I'm then going to connect them. So I'm going to come just slightly onto the top point of the wing and I'm going to bring and cut that over. So I've kind of brought it straight directly into the natural crease of my eye. Now this is also a really good tip if you do find that you have a hooded eye, if you feel like the eyes are a little bit more smaller. The thing is, when you're doing a winged liner, it naturally is going to bend with the contour of your eyes. So by doing this technique, really using the box step liner, so you're bringing it directly straight in, it's going to cut that off. So it's enabling you, when the eyes are open, to still have that full detail of the winged liner without losing any of that edge. So I'm then going to just take a step down, and there's many different names for this style of liner. You have the batwing, you have a box liner. It's basically just having a straighter, more graphic edge. And again, we're doing it nice and sort of tapered so that we don't lose any of that detail. Okay, so both my eyes are now completed, and as you can tell, I haven't held back. I have gone through a real strong graphic liner. Now, there's two things. I love a graphic liner because it's instant, it's effective, it gives you a real focus feature to your makeup. However, it does take off the definition of your lashes. You completely lose those, as that is such an intense background for them to sit onto. So I am going to introduce you, which I'm really excited about. It's our newest mascara range that we have launching, amongst others that are coming, you will see soon. Now, the one that I'm going to be working with and introducing to you today is the Lash Innovation Mascara. So I always feel like mascara is not only something to give definition to your lashes, it gives me confidence, it makes my eyes feel nice and big and wide and open, and it just gives you that finishing touch to your makeup. Now, Lash Innovation is fantastic if you are looking for definition, if you're looking for that really kind of soft fan brushed lash. It comes with a cone tip brush head. Now, this is really effective when you are trying to get into the smallest of lashes on the inner corners, but also trying to build and intensify the outer edges as well. I also love the fact that it's a really soft brush tip. Now, one thing that you'll find, if you don't want to overbuild, if you don't want them to go too cakey, this is great because it really softly brushes the hairs apart and separates them to get that open fan effect. Now, with the mascaras, what you'll find is they have a triple black formula, which is what everyone looks for in a mascara. You want to have that instant definition, and you want it just to be really dramatic and add to your eye makeup. Now, I am going to just take from the brush tip and start to work that through the lash. Now, you can of course always prep your lashes, so if your lashes are quite naturally straight, you can curl them first. The amazing thing about the formulation within the Lash Innovation Mascara, it has a water and oil with a slight amount of silicone emulsion, so this is what gives you that real kind of gorgeous density to the lashes without them feeling too heavy. I feel like if you're using mascara, you also want them to feel comfortable and quite light. You don't want them to be overly applied where they start to drag the lashes down, and also where you start to feel like your eyes are getting heavy as well. So I like to always work through the tip of the cone first, just really pushing that through down onto the base of the root of the lash and getting into those really fine corners as well, because I feel like it really makes a difference when you can get every little hair coated with that mascara. You can see already, so I've already put just a very fine amount here on the outer edge of my right eye, but just by working that in before I move over to the other side, you'll start to see how that is coming forward, and it's opening up my eyes and it's framing it absolutely beautifully. And then once you're happy with the amount that you've got onto the roots of the lash, so always using it from the tip and getting that right into those small, quite delicate, intricate areas, we're then going to turn our brush flat and really pull that through the lashes and accentuating the ends there with the largest part of the brush. So you can start to see how that's really lifting and bringing the lashes up. Like, this eye looks so much smaller than this one now. So this is what makes me happy. If you're someone that isn't into lashes, or you just don't have time for that, this is what the Lash Innovation is amazing for. It gives you instant results. So as well, when we're working with the mascara, even though it is quick drying, it still stays really flexible and soft. So even if you've gone onto the other eye and you still feel like, I want more, I want to add more definition, you can still go back through and take that mascara through the lashes without it again clumping together or crumbling and coming away as well. So they're other amazing factors for me. Like, I love to be able to go back and build on the mascara. I feel like that's the whole purpose of it. You want to be able to build the intensity that you want for yourself or for individuals. So again, for the bottom lashes, I really want to bring those out. And again, fantastic thing about the brush tip is that it's going to give you that easy application without having to smudge, get mascara underneath the eye, and to be able to really pinpoint each individual lash. I'm loving this. I feel like it's completely transformed not only my eyes but the makeup in general. It's just give it that absolute drama that I love when I'm pairing with a graphic liner. I feel like you have to have that intense mascara, otherwise it completely just takes the eyes off balance and it just ruins the whole illusion of that real strong graphic eye. And I mean, look how long it's made my lashes look. It's ridiculous. As well, turn the brush. Like, this is what's great about having different types of brushes and sizes. You can manipulate and you can really help that push the lashes up to achieve the desired effect that you like. So not only can you use the thickest part of the brush tip to really kind of build upon those end lashes, you can also use the finest point and again really kind of pull out and get to the root of that lash, just so that you can cover every little hair and get the most from the mascara. So just with the end lashes, my ones always tend to kind of like fall and drop. So again, I'm just going to take that nice and flat into the lash and just push that up. And because it has that really creamy emulsified formula to it, it's going to help just to keep them where they need to be. So it kind of acts a little bit like a fixing agent for your lashes as well. It keeps them in place. So a great little tip when using the mascaras, if you do find that any has transferred, if you do get a little bit on the eye makeup, which sometimes just happens, don't worry. Like, the one thing again that I love about the Lash Innovation mascara and all the new mascaras that we have within the range, when removing them, they don't smudge, they don't leave loads of mess, they kind of just like peel and come away in like tube form. So they're fantastic when it comes to cleaning up as well, like they're not messy. So let it dry and then you can just pick it away, or if you do need to remove, then you can just use some remover, but it just lifts off really quick and easily, and it doesn't leave any of that kind of residue behind and mess that you then have to go and clean up. So again, it's a real time saver when you're doing a quick application. So I'm just going to finish off the bottom lashes on my right eye. And just kind of separating them again, so you get that real kind of individual lash coming through. And I feel like that's what we look for when we're doing eyelashes and using mascaras. We want to have as many lashes as possible. We want them to look full, we want them to look fluffy, and I really feel like you do achieve that with the Lash Innovation. And as I said earlier, like if you want to go over and give yourself another little coat, you absolutely can. I'm just in love with it. It looks absolutely amazing. It's just given me such a full bodied lash. I feel like my eyes are completed, they're dressed, they're ready to go. So this is the final look. I hope that it's made you as excited as I am to get your hands on the new mascara range that we have, and we can't wait to see your results.